Hi, my inspired friends. I want to continue talking about goal setting, and I think that that's something that can really destroy any plans that we have with our horses is setting goals, because we all do that. I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to do this, and this. So what I want to talk about today is just a little bit on how can we set up a plan to do one thing this week that will change our life with our horses. So the first thing I want you to think about is connection. And many of my students already have amazing connections with their horses. And I love that because that's part of what inspired horsemanship is all about. So number one, let's talk about connection and what does that mean for you and your horse. So if your horse is in a stall half of the day or half of the night, mine now is in a stall half the day, how can I emotionally, mentally, physically connect with my horse? So one of my new clients is having a struggle with their horse putting their mouth on them, either mouthing the lead rope or mouthing their clothes. So what I'd like to talk about is, what does that mean in connection? Connection means, do we feel what they feel, and can they respond accordingly to this heart-to-heart energy field that we have with them? And so to answer her question, my whole thing is, how does your horse feel when you're in their presence at liberty? So at liberty, your horse will tell you the truth. And I find that being in a stall or a round pen, someplace safe and confined where you can take off the halter and lead rope, that your horse can share their experience with you in a different way than connected, through the lead rope, which is holding their hand. And a lot of times we tend to discipline them for things that we don't like. How about we just stand in space with them, and what I call sacred space, and allow them to walk away. Allow them to stand right next to you. Allow them to smell you, to touch your hair. My horses love smelling my hair. I don't know why, but they do. And so a lot of horses use their mouth as their hands, and so they feel with their mouth, because their hooves can't, they just are not going to put their hoof up on you and say, hey, how you doing? So let's talk about that a little bit. I like what Warwick Schiller said, is that a lot of times horses who are mouthy just want to connect with you. And I've been saying that a long time. A lot of people will smack their horse if their horse's lips touch them, or they're in their space, which I believe that we can be too close to them and they're just kind of saying, hey, you're too close, you're in my energy field. So what I want you to do, this one thing, the rest of this week or into next week, is, can you do this in a moment of undemanding time, of just seeing how your horse wants to interact with you? Do they want to be by you? Do they walk away? Do they want to smell your hair? Do they want to touch you? How do you feel about that? What are your perceived thoughts when a horse gets too close to you? Are you afraid? A lot of people love it and they think, oh, my horse loves me. But let's talk about that. So again, this is the one thing I want you to do is, can you be with your horse at liberty in a confined area where you feel safe? If you don't feel safe, I'm asking you to do protective contact, which means you have a barrier, a stall door, or you're in a round pen. You can be outside of the round pen where you feel safe. Have you ever done that before? And if you haven't, comment below and I can give you a video about that. That will help you with that. And so here I am starting the new year. Let's talk community. Let's talk connection to bring yourself farther in your horsemanship heart desires. Blessings to you. Have an amazing day. Love you all.